Hello everyone, I am Gabriele, welcome to my channel. Today is about DevBlog number 29. I will do a review, kinda, my opinions on what I think is coming up. I mean, what I think and what it will come up actually. Now, like all DevBlogs, DevBlog of September is beginning with Felipe Tessaro, the lead programmer, and he is saying that the migration system is now functional thanks to the running tests with quality assurance, with Hypno and quality assurance testers. Only encountering a few bugs that we have now fixed, but far more tests are required. Now this is very important in my opinion. Far more tests are required to know for sure if it is going to work well and act as an engaging gameplay loop. Now, the migration system will be based upon the new improvement on diets, so the new diet improvement, and the quality assurance, in my opinion, in future should be open for public, at least for this update, and probably for the update with permanent perks, elder system, and temporary perks, just perk system after each growth stage. Now, because this is to steer away from any sort of must-have meta builds. This new diet improvement, this new migration system that is now functional, will actually help close the distance between role players that follow certain rules in servers with rules and brawlers, player versus player, players like me. So this migration system, these mechanics in game will close this gap a bit, and this is very good. This is very good because I play only by mechanics dictated in game, not by the rules and at times the whims of the owners of servers. I mean, it's completely understandable. You play by rules according to what the owner of the server think best, so to say. Now I am going astray. Again, the new diet improvements are also finished. Now we are gonna have the slot combinations. I don't know if we are gonna still have the 3 slots, but assuming that we are gonna have the 3 slots, you can fill these 3 slots, assuming we have 3 slots, like lines, dots, and S-shape nutrients. Assuming we have still the 3 slots, you can fill the 3 slots with 1 nutrient. You can fill the 3 slots with 2 nutrients and two same nutrients and 1 different nutrient, and making these things will actually improve some of your stats, or just one of your stats, or it will spread all of your. It will improve a wide variety of your stats, but not that much as if you were stuffing your face with just 1 nutrient. So here Felipe is saying stuff your face and fill all 3 slots with the same type of nutrient to gain a beefy buff towards a single stat. Or you could opt to mix and match, vary your diet with more than 1 type of nutrient to grant a multitude of additional benefits. This is going to be a more balanced approach, probably, or it depends on the type of buffs you get, I guess. But I'm assuming that if you just have the 3 slots filled with just 1 nutrient, because you keep eating the same plant, or you keep eating the same type of carcass, so to say, you're gonna get a very beefy boost on HP, on damage output, on I don't know, you say it. I have actually no idea. Some of you might have, if you are in quality assurance. I'm not. Conflict of interest there, I mean, I think on my side at least. Now it's all of these things is very good. It is very good because it's also making bad diets. I mean, we have also expanded the penalties for dinosaurs that neglect their diets. They begin to incur malnutrition, a bad diet that causes your dinosaur to become far weaker than it was before. the debuffs are significantly more aggressive than the previous iteration. So AFKers, be aware, this is very good. I mean, I do not want to play in a server where everyone is AFK, either talking in chat, so you are treating this game as a glorified chat, or just you grow your dinosaur, and after you are at 100% you start doing things, because there is nothing much else to do. I mean, that might be my case. We are all, if you have played the game a long time, we are all a bit guilty of this AFK problem. And through mechanics, developers are removing AFKers. I wonder, though, what bad diet will mean. I mean, if you can stuff your face and fill all 3 slots with 1 nutrient, you can still afford a bit of AFK. I mean, you are gonna stay in one spot and hunt down only goats. So to say, there is only goat there, and you stuff your face with just goat nutrient. Or you are a Pachycephalosaurus and you decide to have just coconuts because you are afraid to move farther away. You just receive 1 beefy bonus on, let's say, HP as an example. So your HP are gonna be super good, super boosted, but I guess your dinosaur will become far weaker on other stats, I guess. I'm just assuming. I don't know how this bad diet will work, if we are gonna still see bad, good and perfect diet, 1 nutrient, 2 nutrients and 3 nutrients with a perfect diet, because things will definitely change. So stuff your face and fill all 3 slots. Probably bad diet will have a different meaning. You need to have 0 types of nutrients for your diet in order to have a bad diet, and this is good. This is good. I mean, as soon as AFKers are removed, the game will be better than it is now. I mean, of course. Now, in other news, some improvements have been made to Pound's visuals. Alright, so Pounds of Utahraptors has been improved visually, and the overall speed of the pickup system. So if you are in a hotspot and you need just to rip off a flash of meat and then running away to safety to eat it, picking that pace of meat is gonna be faster. You are not like locked into that animation, making you vulnerable for ages. That's very good. That's very good. I mean, it creates a faster pace in game. Probably a faster pace in game. So you need to be always aware to hunt down your prey, and you cannot just wait for someone to pass by and eat the prey that you laid on the ground as bait. Yeah, sorry. So this is good. We have also implemented other community suggestions, such as the stomach icon flashing as a warning that you are near to vomiting. Okay, now I have never vomited unless I was not paying attention to the game, but I guess it's good. The stomach icon flashing as a warning that you are near to vomiting. Again, I have never vomited unless I was not paying attention to the game, but this is good. So people will say, alright, I'm almost there to vomit, I need to stop eating. That's good. And lastly, besides overall bug fixing, I'm also working on making corpse detection far more reliable. Sometimes I do not sniff the corpse. I haven't sniffed the corpse that was nearby. That is true. That's true. I don't know if that was a bug or probably a bug, you know. So that bug will be corrected, so to say. Corpse detection will be more reliable. Also, I strongly think that in order to test all of these new diet improvements, developers need to open the quality assurance temporary branch, not only to content creators, but also to the public. It's gonna be faster. It's gonna be faster because they have a lot more players. It is true that on the downside, developers might receive some, I don't know, nonsense feedback from players that have played 20 hours. yeah, you can give some feedback on the system, but it's not gonna be as reliable as someone that has 500 hours on the game, so to say. But you get to a lot more people opinions. That's good. I mean, that's in the end that's good. I mean, some opinions are gonna just not make sense, others are gonna be just like meh, but others instead, not from content creators, not from quality assurance, are gonna just be very good. Plus you have a ton more people to test this new diet improvement. Slots. You have slots. You can fill the 3 slots with 1 nutrient. You can fill 2 out of 3 slots with another nutrient. You can fill the 3 slots with different nutrients. And different stats are going to be affected likewise. Again, I still have to understand what bad diet might mean in that case. Just probably something different. Or probably nothing on your diet has been failed. It means bad diet. So not glorified chat, not skirmishers or battle royale-ers kinda. This is good. It's gonna close the gap between role players and pure player versus players. Sorry, me. This is good. It's gonna fix 2 things at the same time. Fantastic. Now, the M4th programmer, Adam, I guess, has made some good improvements on Drosaurus. Drosaurus has a new form of dodge ability. You can move faster. I mean, allowing the new version will provide more speed and agility. So allowing you to move in any direction very quickly. So you can dodge in any direction, I assume. And at the same time, you're gonna have a sprint that is faster than your speed when you dodge, at least temporary. This will make you very hard to catch when you play Drosaurus. Right now, I'm gonna play Drosaurus as soon as this new dodge system will be implemented for Drosaurus, because I'm having flashbacks of when Drosaurus was AI. If you have played Drosaurus when Drosaurus was AI, you probably know what I'm talking about, luring players into thinking that you are AI. It's gonna be just some fun. Sorry, it's just me. It is good. It is good. It is good. The new Gore system comes with some changes to scent. I mean, now corpses have a wider detection ranges and than before. And it will also scale with how decomposed the body is. So the more decomposed a body is, the wider that scent will be. So if that corpse is very rotten already, be aware that it will lure players from farther away, because they can sniff it from farther away. Also, I also added support for increased corpse scenting range by species. So depending on the species you are playing, you're gonna have an increased corpse scenting range. This will be heavily used by Ceratosaurus, which will be able to sniff corpses out from very long distances. I'm assuming that something like Ceratosaurus, assumingly on the same tier as Carnotaurus, and slower than Carnotaurus, and stronger than Carnotaurus in a skirmish, in a 1 versus 1. I'm just making assumptions. While Ceratosaurus will have a very long range of corpse scent detection, Carnotaurus, on the other hand, because it's faster, will have a shorter range of corpse detection, so to say. I mean, you take from something, you give that something to something else, which is Ceratosaurus. It's slower, but it can detect. It has better detection of corpses than Carnotaurus. I also made some improvements to hit detection. This is very good. So hit detection, hitboxes have been improved. You cannot longer be able to attack others through walls or similar obstacles. So if you are attacking a Carnotaurus that is behind a wall and you are a Utahraptor, you cannot actually bite through that wall, or the other way around. because humans are coming, human structures are coming to the game, and that would have been problematic to ghost trees, to ghost walls, to ghost all of those things. I also prepared some of legacy dinosaurs with the necessary code and files for the Evrima workflow. So legacy has a certain code, Evrima has a different code. Now the dinosaurs in legacy have the same code for Evrima. They are ready. They are not ready because they lack a lot of animations and unique mechanics. This is fantastic. I mean, each dinosaur, or each dinosaur, I can say so far, has a different mechanic, makes that gameplay unique from all others playables. How many dinosaurs games or how many games do you know that they have this? Question mark. This is just fantastic. But now we have a foundation to work with once we get there. So all dinosaurs of legacy have been updated to Evrima, basically, kinda, but they're not ready, obviously. Albertosaurus is coming along nicely, now with a variety of attacks and more animations in place. Oh, I'm gonna main Albertosaurus and I'm gonna die so many times with Baby, so many times, just because I'm gonna be that aggro against every single Deinosuchus I see. I play a lot of Deinosuchus and I'm gonna have a ton of fun with Baby. Alright, next thing is Amarok, programmer. Now, this is very interesting. In my opinion, from my understanding, Amarok is improving the performance, basically. If I understood well, Amarok is now improving the performance, the loading times of the map, etc, etc. I started the month diving into performance and testing out various optimizations with a lot of changes to artificial intelligence coming over the next few months, including an entire new logic methodology. Well, I think this entire new logic method, I don't know, is related to performance, to how AI is gonna behave in game, I guess. That is coming over with update 6, new AI, is it? Is it with Gore? It's just a question. Probably yes, probably not, it depends. The decision for this change was based on reliability and performance of the engines, base AI trees, which have strange behaviors. So Amarok is working on performance, improving performance of the game, improving AI, improving foliage, so to say, trees and various foliage around, improving various objects that are not players in game in order to improve performance. That's how I understand that. So, the start of this system has been introduced with scavengers like Compsognathus and Pterodactylus. I have yet to see Pterodactylus, but it will be fun to locate players hiding under a bush just because there is a flock of Pterodactylus flying in circles above their bush. Well, AFK, bad. I'm gonna die so many times every time I go AFK, by the way. Alright, now, Fish AI has also had some significant changes to how they move around to fix latent responsiveness and not natural movement. Yeah, it's been kind of easy to catch Fish AI. That's why Deinosuchus players is still holds a lot of players in a server. That's why many players are still playing Deinosuchus a lot, because it's kind of easy to grow. You just have to avoid all other players. Everything that is living in real life, you have to avoid, and voila, you have 100% Deinosuchus. Easy, not trusting nobody. Alright, Amarok, thank you. I hope I can play the game with more than just 20-30 frames per second. Fingers crossed, otherwise it's still alright. It's not update 9 yet, after all. Visual Tech 48. So, Visual Tech has been working along with the M4th Adam, I guess, because of human buildings, human structures. So hitboxes for walls. You cannot bite someone behind a wall, obviously. So Visual Tech 48 has been making a lot of work, a lot of models actually, a lot. I like them. I like them. We went on the roll-off dumpster, which is a massive one, and it has wheels. Can I enter this massive dumpster with wheels? Can I move it? I mean, if this dumpster is on rails, can I move it? Can I push it? Is it some kind of destructible mechanic that has a minimum influence on the gameplay if the server were to be restarted, so to say, and many players were around it? That's just a question. It's just to add extra life, extra interaction with artificial objects in game, non-living creatures, non-living humans. So a lot of job, pretty detailed, I must say. A QWERTY keyboard. I don't know what else. I mean, a lot of very detailed work. I don't know. This sounds cool. Will I be able to use this equipment as a human when humans come out? I don't know. We will see. Now, Wedge, sound designer. This month's focus for me, aside from a handful of small tasks, has been almost entirely on environmental sound design. So environmental sounds, basically. A lot of I have been working on a variety of biome ambiances, including the two already in the public build, as well as some new ones. Some new ones might be about the redwood biome. Is it? I mean, I have been designing an ambient soundscape for a redwoods biome. That's gonna be pretty cool. I mean, it's not yet in game, the redwoods biome, and Wedge has been working on a couple of biomes that are already in the public, and as well as some new ones. So redwoods is a new biome, and he's been working on the ambient soundscape for redwood biomes. All of these things are probably not gonna be able to get out soon. I mean, all of these biomes, new things, are not gonna come out tomorrow, neither the day after tomorrow, nor the day after tomorrow. It will take a long time, not even a couple of months. But they are all there, standing idle by, until the game is further developed. One step at a time, 2 steps forward, at times 1 step back. It's what it takes. So I am pretty excited about this. Different biomes on the work, again, not ready, not out anytime soon. With Philip's help, a bug that was preventing one of the one-shot sound categories firing has been fixed. So a lot of bugs have been fixed too. I pay attention only to other dinosaurs' sounds, unfortunately. I mean, I appreciate the ambient sounds, but as a player versus player, as a PvP player, as a survival player, mainly, not role-playing thanks to made-up rules and not mechanics in game, I pay much attention only to other sounds made by players, kinda, or AI if I need to eat a boar, for example, if I need to hunt a deer. Sorry, Wedge. It's me. Plenty of times I listen to that and I notice the difference. Sorry. It's a great work. It's just my gameplay. Me. Sorry, Wedge. Don't kill me. All right, Topwing, 2D artist. It's a tough life for Alberto growing up. But if one does make it to adulthood, they can become quite the deadly force. If you have been on the Discord on the Isle Court, all the links in the description below, you might have noticed a few Topwing concept arts posted by Punch Bucket. That's one of them is Albertosaurus, the other one is Giganotosaurus. Now, we wanted to play with the idea of a high-risk, high-reward animal, the Albertosaurus, with a full-grown Alberto having enviable tracking capabilities and power at the cost of stamina. So, you are not gonna run many times, probably, but you are gonna be a fast sprinter, probably. Faster sprinter and a faster killer. A lot of power in those jaws. probably, but at the cost of stamina. You're gonna consume a ton of stamina, probably, with a double bite mechanic, with, I don't know. It cannot run for days, but when it does set up an ambush and catch you, the fight is over fast. Albertosaurus is a creature you will most likely see hunting in pairs and sometimes tailed by their offspring. So, if it's tailed by their offspring, I'm assuming Albertosaurus can enter in the same category as Carnotaurus. It's gonna be fast to grow. Carnotaurus at the moment takes 2 hours to grow, 2 hours 15, depending if you spawn or if you get nested at the moment with the 0.9.93.13 build, if I mistake not. Now, while they can have many young, very few are expected to survive, so it's going to be hard to survive. It's going to be hard to grow with Albertosaurus. If some do manage to not fall prey to similar-sized carnivores during their youth, their continued growth and demand for food will get them chased off by their more ravenous parents, or even eaten themselves if they insist on hanging around while food runs out. So they're going to be cannibal. Albertosaurus is going to be cannibal, at least here. Is it? I don't know, it's just an assumption, but I guess it's gonna be a cannibal. Now, you could, now this is Giganotosaurus instead. You could almost call this one a vampire, because Giganotosaurus is around, you know it's gonna be a bloodbath. So it's a bleeder. Giganotosaurus, it's gonna be a high tier predator that relies on bleeding. Like Utahraptor, but high tier. You can face a Stegosaurus, you can face a Trike, you can face a Shantungosaurus, for example. You bleed it to death. That's why in this picture, for example, here on the left-hand side, we have a Shant, 1 and 2 Gigas. One is sitting because the Shant is already dead. Okuto no Ken, you are dead, and you don't know it yet. That's why, because it's been bled out, it cannot move. If you have been bled out, you can't move, you can do nothing, because you don't have any more blood. You just have roughly 10 seconds, 10 seconds of black screen and sounds around you, but you can do nothing. You are dead, basically, because you don't have any more blood in your heart. That's Gore-ish. Alright. It's a proficient bloodletter, so with this in mind, the Giga's hunting style focuses on bleeding out large targets and flesh grazing. Yeah, flesh grazing is about the Gore. Gore is coming with update 6. Are we gonna see some flesh grazing already? I mean, you ripping off chunks of flesh out of a living target? That's just a question. I don't know. Like many wild canids will start ripping apart larger prey before they have actually killed it. Yeah, that's gonna be pretty cool. Bleed resistance and perhaps a dietary preference to flesh over organs are additional ideas, and that we may play with depending on how we want Giga to interact with each other. Oh, that's pretty cool. All right. So Giga is not gonna be deaf. It's not gonna be forcefully. It's not gonna be a cannibal. Probably it is, probably it isn't. It depends on how easy it is to grow. It depends on how many players will choose this playable. You cannot have 60 players, 50 or even 40 players playing an Apex because it's easy to keep, you know. So you have to put some systems in place, and the only playables that can be at least, I don't know, 40 players in one server for, I don't know, 15 minutes can be something like Truden, something like Drio, something even like Utahraptor that won't last long against an Apex. I mean, you can go against an Apex in waves if they have a well spot to defend themselves, and you crash against this Apex because it's an Apex, a pseudo Apex. Strong stats, but also strong weaknesses, depending on where you play it, which environment you have around, what type of opponent you are fighting, etc, etc. It's a cycle of life. Carno destroys Utah, 1 versus 1 fight. Carnos destroys Utah, Utah destroys, I don't know, Might destroy Carno actually if it's a good Utahraptor, but it's very improbable. Well, it's a cycle of life, I mean, kinda, depending on how many players are around. And lastly, I wanted to play with the idea of it being proficient in sniffing out a bleeding target. Oh, so we are gonna see some mechanic where you are gonna be able to sniff out other players that are bleeding. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So if there is someone or some AI bleeding, you will be able to sniff them from farther away, I guess. Depending on the playable you have, you will be able to sniff carcasses from miles away, or you will be able to sniff bleeding targets from farther away, or not that rotten carcass from farther away, Ceratosaurus, etc, etc. Okay, and after tapping arts, we have Kiss and Kitten, the producer. Another month down, and it's testing, and more testing. Kissen, open it to the general public. I mean, probably not now, because some things must be made in secrecy for different reasons. But about the 3 slots diets, about the diet and the 3 different slots, new improved diet system, I would make it that gives you different stat improvements, and in order to avoid a must-have meta, because you cannot have everyone playing the same stats or eating the same nutrient just because you have the better meta out there, you need to have balance. Just open it to the public. Quality assurance open to the public, not only content creators, but to the public. Just some parts of that, I guess. Just some parts of that. Open it to the public. You have a bigger range of opinions. Yes, you have a bigger range of nonsense too at times, but you have a bigger range of good opinions too about avoiding must-have meta builds in the end with these different diet system that works with slots, so to say. You cannot have everyone relying on one nutrient because you have a very beefy HP improvement on Carnotaurus, or everyone having just one type of nutrient for Utahraptor because you have a very beefy damage, bleeding output with Utahraptor. You have to encounter balance, and with that, the more the merrier, the more the better. That's why public quality assurance branch, when you are ready. Don't limit that just to content creators, I guess, or to testers. Not only to testers, not only to a few, but to everyone. The more the merrier, the more the merrier. And you limit some parts that are kept, that you have to keep secret for your reasons. That's just how I guess about this testing, and more testing with the new improved diet system. Gore is moving along nicely with the final asset, about to replace the proxy assets that you have seen previously. Okay, so the final assets about Gore. So I guess that is organs that we have seen. We have seen some Gore type of models. I guess some of them are just temporary, are how do you say that? Are a placeholder, and now we're gonna see final assets with Gore soon. Carnivores will be able to feel like they are actually feasting upon their prey in a much more dynamic way than before. Flesh grazing, ripping off pieces of meat off living targets, that's gonna be pretty cool if it is like that. Again, I'm just making assumptions. Also paving the way for the flesh, organs and bones. Wow, flesh, organs and bones to all have unique diet implications based on the type of creature you happen to be playing. Yeah, that's gonna be pretty cool. I mean, that's gonna be pretty cool. It's gonna add extra layers in gameplay. Imagine someone has already eaten all of the hearts, and you need that heart, so you need to keep moving. You need to have not everyone playing the same playable in this way, because let's say Carnotaurus players only need hearts, and Utahraptor players only need livers, so to say. You will end up finishing one type of nutrient, either hearts or livers, if there is one same species that is too much in that server. They are too many, they're gonna start cannibalizing or even killing each other just because. Euteraptors are not cannibals, I mind it. They receive not very good things if you cannibalize, if you eat one Euteraptor as a Euteraptor, like muscle spasm, like random bites, like random sounds that you make, and you cannot pair up with anyone temporary, so to say, as long as you have that meat in your system, another Euteraptor as a Euteraptor in your stomach. That's Gore-ish. Alright, I wonder how that will work with these type of things. Now, some getting more out of a particular type of meat than others. Alright, it makes sense. In addition to the gore bits you have seen, there are new blood visual effects that are currently being implemented that will start making attacks and eating of flesh a more visceral experience for the players. It's getting messy. Oh man, it's gonna be like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't say nothing here because it's about real life. Chickens, do you like chickens? I love chickens. Not fast food chickens, just real chickens that have grown. Well, let's keep it. I will keep it to myself. As for creatures, the Trudon is in the testing to ensure its venom is strong when properly applied, but able to be circumvented by stronger animals with proficient battle prowess. Yeah, probably you cannot have 20 Trudons, well, 20 Trudons is a lot. Probably 20 Trudons will be able to take down a Stego, but you cannot have a group of 3 Trudons being able to take down a Stego, so to say, I guess. That's why stronger animals with proficient battle prowess will not feel threatened by 3 Trudons. 20 probably, yes, because it's 20, come on. I don't know, I'm just talking here. If standing there and letting things happen is your playstyle, these animals will likely drop you and giggle while they do it. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I'm curious about Venom and Trudons. However, Trudons may have deadly venom and speed, but they are glass cannons and will not be able to withstand much damage. So it reminds me like Euteraptor. Probably I don't expect Trudon to have 1 hour growth time, 1 hour 15 minutes growth time from 0 to 100% like Euteraptor. Probably will have 50 minutes because in size, from concept arts, it is smaller than Euteraptor. But again, it depends on how much powerful this venom is. After all, Pteranodon that can fly, it takes roughly 1 hour to grow, and everything can kill it, even a little Euteraptor, so to say. At 100% Pteranodon can be destroyed by on land, not flying, on land, can be destroyed by a 30% Euteraptor, can be destroyed by a 30% Pachycephalosaurus. It depends on how strong venom is. Probably it will have the same growth time as Euteraptor, depending on how venom is. Otherwise, it will take a faster time. It will be faster to grow a Trudon than a Euteraptor. 40 minutes, 50 minutes, it depends. 1 hour, it depends on how powerful venom is. So perhaps the best defense is a good offense if you are strong or skilled enough to contend with them. Well, of course, 1 versus 1, a Stegosaurus versus a Trudon, yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so, because Stegosaurus is Stegosaurus, and 1 versus 1, it doesn't make sense. A smaller tier against such a high tier like Stegosaurus. Now, the Bepiosaurus has also been getting a lot of attention for those that have the bandwidth to split focus. Okay, split focus. I wonder what that means. It's gonna be very curious. Probably you can be playing both on land and in water. I guess that is what it means. Recently getting some new attacks and polish for some of its movement. We were even joking about the possibility of a barrel roll, okay? A lot of movements, a lot of animations have been made for Bepiosaurus. Yeah, definitely I'm gonna main Bepiosaurus for a couple of weeks at least. Sorry, Bepiosaurus is gonna be a very good addition to the roster. It doesn't matter if it's not an Apex. You can't have proper testing if everyone is playing T-Rex. You can't have proper testing if everyone is playing T-Rex. You need to have us, community, normal players, to spread in the roster. You can't have everyone playing T-Rex just because you are the strongest, or you are reminiscing of that Jurassic Park movie with the T-Rex. Don't move or it will see you. Yeah, come on. You can't have that. It's still early access, and developers need players to play a wide variety of playables. That's why I think it's been a good idea not to pull out T-Rex just yet. It will. Even Giga, it will come out, just not yet. So, some of the other animals that have been getting some love include the Drosaurus. We have seen that from Adam, the M4th, Gallimimus, Ceratosaurus, Dilophosaurus, and Diabloceratops. I can't wait to play Dilophosaurus. Yeah, sorry Ceratosaurus. I can't wait to play Dilophosaurus. The new additions getting their groundwork laid so their implementation can be more swift than playables created from scratch. Yeah, that's what Adam, the M4th Adam told us wrote down in his blog. Legacy ports give us some much needed breathing room, as so much of their art has already been created, and they just need supplemental animations and maybe some polishing tweaks here and there. Yeah, it sounds easy, but I don't think it's gonna be that easy. As Adam Forth, and probably Kiss and Kitten knows it, is being very positive, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work from Kiss and Kitten, from everyone, from Bardo, from everyone, from Philip, from everyone. Now, where is it? I lost track here. You may have also seen that Compsognathus and Pterodactylus are getting some new functionality. I hope to see Pterodactylus in-game with Update 6. It's going to be very good to see Ptera is giving away positions of other players from farther away. Let's say you are playing Carnotaurus, your sniffing scent is not good, but you have a high vision, a very long range of vision compared to other playables. You will be able to see those Pterodactylus farther away if you're playing Carno, but you won't be able to see those Pterodactylus flying farther away if you are a Utahraptor. I'm just assuming here, So you, as a Carno, can rush towards that Pterodactylus flock flying up there and rush in the bush down below and see what you got. It's gonna be fun. All right, there is a lot of testing of new natural assets and locations. The cycads you might have seen, for instance, form a sanctuary crash for small animals and juveniles to get a brief respite from larger animals. So this will actually help the offspring, will actually help any juvenile playable that you have at hands to grow. So you have to use your environment again. The cycads wend and twist, creating a network of terrain that will prove difficult to navigate for large animals, impassable for others, but easy to zip through for smaller creatures and juveniles. Beware stegos that go in the cycads when you hear trudons around, so to say, if it's a prairie. It's going to be very dangerous. Be aware that while these areas will assist in keeping larger animals out, smaller predators are still very capable of entering. Yeah, it's gonna be kind of fun to see what kind of gameplay these cycads will bring. So there is so much going on, but I think I will put a pin in here. Take care, and I'll see you next time. So this is a very interesting DevBlog. It's been said so much, developers are working harder than ever. I mean, they always work hard, but plenty of interesting things have been said. Thank you all so much for watching. These are just my opinions while I read the last DevBlog, the September DevBlog. Amarok is working on performance again, so I might see some performance improvement. If not, we have to wait update 9. But hopefully we will get to play with better performance earlier than update 9. That is about performance, to my understanding, mainly to my understanding again. Well, that's all for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Consider subscribing my channel and have a great day. Bye bye.